girls in Jamaica, or just about girls, I guess, women, because we were young. So he said, "Oh, did you see that girl checking you out?" And I'm like,
you told, yeah.
and I'm like, "What are you talking about, man?" You know, I just like, yeah, whatever. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not thinking about that girl, and I don't know why I'm thinking like she's checking me out, but that would be cool, I guess. And then I thought, and he goes, "Yeah, you didn't see it, huh? Man, she's so into you." And I'm like, "Come on, man. She's not even looking at me. We're not even made eye contact. I would never know that." So he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "That's what women do. They're looking when you're not looking. They're always looking when you're not looking. But as soon as you're looking, they're not looking, and you'll never catch them because they won't. And I mean, unless they think that you want to be looked at, they're not going to let you see it. Because if it's that where they don't not interested type of, I don't know if I'm interested. I got to play like I'm not interested, that kind of thing. Holy cow, if they don't just are doing this look from the side, whenever, oh, he's not looking, I can look at him. And then now, after he told me that, I was able to say, "Holy cow, look at this. They're looking at me." Because then I purposely didn't look, which I have really good peripheral vision. So how can you not see somebody looking at you? And then, of course, you know that they're.
Yeah, I have those similar experiences. I have those.
That's when I started to realize that there's a lot more things to watch out for. So yeah, I'm adept at it. And I know that if I was going to get pushed in that direction and have a feeling of why I should want to feel something, I'd be like, wonder why. Now, because I know better. Now I know how we work.
We who?
All of us.
Oh, all of us. I see. Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome.
Work together. We're a network.
Welcome to Call to Light's Power of Positivity. I'm here tonight with special guest, World Renowned Motivational Speaker, Sam Aiello. Welcome, Sam. How are you doing tonight?
I'm not spaced out. Look at me.
Yeah, I see you're in a spaceship there, Sam. Who's your little friend behind you?
I have no idea.
Oh, well, I
was hoping somebody was going to tell me. It's on my screen. He's very small. I can barely see. He looks like Pickle Rick, kind of.
Oh, see, you're really big on my screen.
Yeah, that's what she said. What does he look like? Does it look like Pickle Rick, right?
He looks like a vitamin with eyeballs. He looks like my turmeric vitamins with eyeballs. That's what he looks like. Oh no, actually they look like Good and Plenty's behind you.
Turmeric vitamins.
Floating what?
Turmeric vitamins.
I take
this episode was brought to you. Oh, it doesn't show.
Oh, where did you go? So this show's brought to you this evening by the Positive Bucket. Is that what it's called?
Well, the Positive Bucket, yep.
Yeah. Tonight our episode is brought to you by the Positive Bucket. And the Positive Bucket is bringing positivity to those all over the world who are in need. So if you are out and about and you see that Positive Bucket, please feel free to fill it with positivity.
That's right.
The more the better.
It's a good program that we're starting for the homeless.
Yeah, can you tell us a little bit about it?
We're just on our, we're just getting started, right? So we don't even know if it's going to work, but we know it's going to work, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to hit the streets and we're going to be positive to everybody around. And we're going to shave, or at least look clean, is nobody's going to know that we're like begging, because we're not begging. We're just offering people positivity. And then we're going to hand out little pieces of paper that say thank you from the Positivity Bucket. Yeah. And then we're going to make people say something to the Positivity Bucket or smile at the Positivity Bucket. And then most people are going to be like, I don't know what to say. And a lot of people are just going to drop money in and not even care. But then we create this Positivity Bucket, and that's what we're offering everybody's positivity. So that's a great idea, because then people can't go on Facebook, oh, I hate these beggars. They come right up to my car. Even though I'm a really good person, I really hate the beggars, because they come right up to my car and then I have to feel sorry. They want sympathy. So then I say, oh, wow, that's so terrible that they would want sympathy. Those poor people. That one has no legs. That one over there doesn't have was in the war, a couple of them, whatever. He spent 20 years working service, but you love the military, but he's a bum now and he's asking for money and now you don't like him. So it's really hypocritical, right? So now, instead of them being looked at like that, we can slowly but surely train them to be their own entrepreneurs, starting their own positivity bucket. And then they can then in turn be positive to people. So then what are these idiots going to say then? Oh, these assholes came up to me with their positivity shit, begging for money. So I put some money in. I don't know. Anyway,
Hey, how do we find you if you're out on the streets? Like, do you got a specific spot you'll be in? Are you moving around? What's that look like?
Yeah, I want to do it where other people are begging for money, or that they don't even, just laying around with a bucket. So then I want to do that in front of them so that they can see me doing it. Right. And then they can say, hey, that shit's pretty good. I want to do that. And if they do it, all of a sudden, they're not the scourge of society, because now they're peddling what we all want is positivity. Right. Now, maybe you don't want positivity because you think you're already positive and you have your own idea of positivity, but that's not a thing, because there is no own idea of positivity. There's only positivity and you own it. So that's what they're going to do. These people are helpless. Some are not happy. So we're going to make a positivity bucket. We're going to show them how it works. Make up a little piece of paper saying thank you for whatever. Positivity bucket says thank you. And then maybe they move on and they go, you might want to put some,
you might want to put some maybe affirmations on those little thank yous or something, or like, thank you.
Doesn't matter, because what you're going to do while you're out there is you're going to talk to people and you're going to say, hey, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, shut up. I don't care. Here's $1. Okay, next guy goes by. Hi, how you doing? Oh, hi. People are going to be excited to talk to you because they don't have anybody to talk to. Then you're going to have some people that are conflicted with their day or their lives, and they're going to be walking by, and they're either going to want to be mad at you, or they're going to be really happy that they met you, because you're offering something that they don't have, positivity. So they say, hey, man, how you doing? And they put on their smile and they feel like kind of they're trying to be positive because they know you got a positivity bucket. You're being positive with them. And then all of a sudden they're going to say, hey, my life sucks, maybe. And then the person gets to be more positive. All of a sudden they're maybe doing whatever you want to call therapy. Maybe they're just being a life coach. Whatever that person feels they get out of that, maybe they're going to put more in that positivity bucket for the person talking to them than they would give to anybody that was just begging for money. So maybe they throw a 20 in there for the guy because now he just made him feel really good. So now the guy comes back again. Where's that guy with the positivity bucket? I want to go and get refreshed. And he gets another dose of positivity. Then all of a sudden, this guy's being so positive at work and around his neighborhood. People are like, what's the matter with you, man? Why are you being so positive? You're like a freak. And he goes, I don't know. I feel real positive. I go to the positivity bucket almost every day. Sometimes I give him money. Sometimes he just tells me to yell at the positivity bucket some really positive stuff. So I do. And now I feel really positive every day, because that's how positivity works. If you do it every day, then it's going to be there for you every day. Every moment that you live, you're going to have positivity. So this is what I'm thinking that would be a great idea, but nobody knows about it yet. This is a very startup thing. And what I'm hoping is that other people say, oh, I can make money. I'm going to make a bumper sticker on the positivity bucket thing. I'm going to put out t-shirts. I want them to do that. I want them to make as much money as they can. I don't care if they're rich and evil, because what they're going to be doing, it's a reverse psychology on them. They give me alcohol to drink, negative things. They give me different things that are all negative to think about, just so I can't concentrate on myself. And then all of a sudden I'm going to turn around, and everybody that wants to be a part of being positive is going to turn it around on them. And they're going to say, holy cow, I just figured out what they did to me. I'm making money off of it. Great. Those idiots, I thought, but they're peddling positivity, and I don't like that. So that's where I'm thinking that we reverse the whole thing on the people that really run things in this world. Yeah, because this is how they do it. We know people run things, and they're not the nicest people. They can put on a smile like anybody else, but they don't have positivity within them. Their hearts don't feel it. Their brains don't think it. And then their soul is probably crushing. Come on, man. Help me out. Be a little more positive. They're like, no way, man. I'm making money. I'm a part of the system. I'm powerful. I'm not powerful. I want to be powerful. I'm going to be a jerk, be part of the system. So, yeah, this gives us poor people, and we go right under the radar, and we say, oh, look at us. Now have all this money.
So now
we have positivity. Boom, we're united. We change our government. We do whatever we want.
Come on. We're role playing here. You got to let me talk here. So your glasses went up when you drank the whatever you were drinking. That was kind of funny.
Up earlier and it did.
So, are you a non-for-profit? What do you do with that money if you make anything off of it?
So just like any person that needs money, I will use it for positivity. And once my positivity cup is full, then I just give it away.
That's nice. I like that.
Yeah, because it's just a way to make people think about it on their own, to do it for themselves.
Yeah.
Do it for themselves. All we're doing is spreading positivity, because then the people that walk up that don't have it and need it, they get some.
I think that, what happens is that people get in such a negative spiral, right? And maybe they want to get out, but they just don't know how to dig themselves out. And all they need is someone like you, and to say, hey, it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. So let me fill you up with some positivity, and that just may be, you reaching out a hand and lifting them up and showing them the way. So I appreciate that.
Well, it's good because you're not really filling them up with positivity. They already have it,
Yeah.
but they don't know it anymore. They're stuck in a grind, like you said, so they don't know it. And they say, oh yeah, I'm feeling a little better. And every time they feel a little better, positivity is like anything. It snowballs, and you roll it and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And then the next thing you know, there is no negativity in your life. That's awesome, right? You say, oh, you have to give up so much. I have to pretend I don't like politics. I have to pretend I don't care about my religion. I have to pretend that I don't need food in the morning, first thing when I wake up. Yeah, you have to pretend that you can get through all those things because you've been programmed to do these things, and they're not making you happy. So, and they're not good for your system to eat first thing in the morning when you wake up. All you're doing is throwing off your insulin. So you should just chill out, everybody. Find yourself on the inside. Find out what positivity means to you and say, oh, look at all these things that aren't positive in the world. I wonder why I keep being a part of them. I don't understand it. Maybe because I'm so ingrained in the beliefs, So that's a real problem for people. They have to break down all of this negativity that they picked up over the years, or they can fast forward and say, I'm just done with negativity. I'm going to be like I was before it all started. Maybe when I was 7, maybe when I was 10, who knows?
Yeah.
But that's when they were really pure.
I think it depends on how they got there. What did they go through to get there? Can they just shed it, or is it something that they've got
It's
to
easy. It's
work
so
on?
easy. It's
Well,
just
you and I know that because we've come to a place where, for me, it was just a switch. I just tripped the switch and I was done. But I pretty much.
But it took me 56 years to really trip a lot of big switches to make it happen, to get to where I can just flip them easy. Like when I say it's easy, it's really super hard for years sometimes. Or you can just take some information and go with it and say, oh, maybe I can just cut the corner. Maybe I don't have to. I can take a shortcut. The guy said I can forgive myself and all these negative things. So then I start there, and then I go there and I forgive myself at least. And then if there's some people that I need to ask forgiveness, I say, hey man, I'm really sorry about it. I was a real this and that. And you give it up. You just let yourself go. You say, oh, I'm going to open up myself now to the world and just be like, okay, I'm defenseless, and go ahead, here it is. Instead of having your defenses up and just keep on hiding all your negativity. That's just what we do in life, is we hide it all because we can't show it in life, because then we'll be weak. And if
I
we're
can
weak,
tell you, my body is on fire with energy right now. It's like, the only way I can explain it is it's like a million little tinglies, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's
because
weird.
this is what we're getting out of this positive vibe. Then nobody gets it because they're so busy being like,
Yeah, it looked like I'm
if you just
glitching.
let yourself go, it just is great.
Yeah. So this is really great. I really like this. What inspired you to do something like this?
Well, I was living a terrible life. I wasn't happy with myself, and I knew that I was at times, and I had a better life than most, I thought, because I was really, had a lot going for myself, as it would be in the whatever world I was living in. I was doing really well.
Three-dimensional world, the three-dimensional world. Yeah.
So then everybody liked me because I was just as negative as everything else. I just kept using the negativity to make people happy, and not even realizing that it was negative. Like, you can laugh at people that fall down, right? That's really not cool. It's really negative. So if you stop doing it, you don't have the negativity, and you just lost that one. Boop, it's gone. Now, what else is there to lose? So many things. Sometimes it's a pain of all the depressions and all the bad things that have ever happened to you, the real severe ones, people dying, kids leaving your house when you've taken care of them their whole life, all these negative, terrible things. And then you just do some alcohol, and that'll keep you looping every 5 days or so. Oh, yeah, I'm just really going to do something one day, and I can't figure it out. And then you just spend like years spinning in a circle. Keep on being depressed, keep on being unhappy, but then you kid yourself and you tell everybody, I'm good, I'm very good, everything's good. But you break down and you're venting to everybody and they realize you're not good, but then you say, I'm good, everything's good. So you have to admit it to yourself. You have to break down every negative in your body as much as possible in your mind so that you can then, start to cope with all of the negativity that's going to come your way in the next moment and the next moment. So the best way to look at it is to be as positive you can, get it down to a pure positivity as much as you can, stripping all away the negatives. And then you say to yourself, oh, I'm living a pretty good life now. I'm going to live for this moment right now. And I'm going to just be positive right now. Only right now. I don't care about yesterday's moments. Unless I got something funny to think about in this moment about that, I'm not going to think about yesterday's moments. And then I'm not going to think about what's going to happen a week from now even. Because I don't care. I know that I have to do responsibilities, of course, but I don't care to worry about the future or the past because the moment now and the next moment has to be positive. And it will be because I'm just going to be positive all the way through them.
I love that. That's wonderful. I really do love that. And I appreciate that. And I wish there were more people who would, put themselves out there like this. People are going to ask because we're talking and you're so animated and,
that's why I'm wearing the glasses here.
What were you like as a child?
Well,
I could see it being very similar to where you are now. So you said you went through this dark period of your life and now you're out on the other side. Are you feeling more childlike now, would you say?
Yeah, because my whole time of life, I was 17. That's what I would claim. Because that's really where the party started. But yeah, so I was 17 forever, but that was already the jaded person. We already have gone through so many negative things by the time we're 17. We don't even realize it. Even if we're cool, even if we're happening, we just keep on shading the truth that we're not happy inside. So, but we are because we're cooler than life. So we don't have to care. So everything's cool. But then we just build up more and more negatives. But when you're younger, like I said, 7, 8, 10, 15, 13 max. I don't think you go much farther than that before you really get some hardcore lessons about life. So those years are really the most precious times to be alive. So if you can get back to that same positivity level, because you were uncorrupted by everything, but when you get to that positivity level again as an adult, as a 57-year-old person, holy cow, and you can feel just as good about anything, eating your food. Oh, you just eat, right? Okay, let's go. Come on, I eat. Now, I'm a slow eater anyway, but now with fasting, I'm feeling so good about that food.
Oh,
and
so
I'm just like I was a little kid and I'm stabbing at everything. And what am I going to stab at next? Oh, the cucumber. Oh, I'm stabbing at this. Just like when I was a little kid and playing with my food and then eating it. Like, it's fun. It's not just even tasting better than ever. It's now even more fun to be a kid and eat my food. So it's, is that enjoyable? Isn't that little bit of enjoyment better than anything I know in life? Yeah. If I think I know about politics or I think I know about religion or whatever, who gives a damn? I'm enjoying this moment with the stupid vegetables and poking at them, getting the one. So this is life. So what do you want? More than that? Oh, I want more. Why do you want more? Because they told you want more. You didn't come up being born wanting more. No, you said, I want more. I want more. I want more. Oh, good.
Right out of the womb. More.
Yeah, you're having more now. Woo, what do you got now? I need more because this sucks. I don't even know what I wanted it for. Yeah, I made all this money. I'm doing cocaine. I have girlfriends, prostitutes, whatever. I'm really happening. This is not me. I'm not reflecting about my life. But these are people that are so excited about life and it's so negative and they have no clue because they're riding the wave of positivity right through the negative. They don't even know they're negative. They're so happy and powerful doing their stuff. negative
No,
things.
because to them that is positive. They're so powerful. That's
Right.
positive.
It's
You know?
it's a misconception,
It's a
of course,
misconception of
because if
fucking
you
great.
ever, the only way you can dictate if you're really good, like people say, I'm good. If you're really good, then you don't have negativity. And what's negativity? A doubt in your mind is negative. Who
Man, I
wants to
tell
be
you, if
doubt?
we took, I feel like Sam, you know, these people get to know you here. I feel like if we took a poll right now, they'd be like Sam for president.
Yeah, well, no, that's also my thing. I just think that there's enough people just falling down into the same thing. Oh, it's the lesser of two evils. What a great thing.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm so smart. I'm going to pick, in my subjective mind, the lesser of two evils. And it's got to be
Evil's evil.
the dumber
Evil's
one.
evil.
No, the uglier one, the stupider one. Wait, I don't know which one. Dumber and dumber. Which one should I pick? Right? Because you don't know who to pick, because how could you not know how to pick? So if you're going down an alley and you have two ugly, mean people ready to fight you, and they go, you got to fight one of us to walk past. And you go, oh, yeah, I'm going to take the lesser of two evils and just get my ass kicked by that guy. No, you're going to run. So why would you pick a bad president at all? Why wouldn't you run every time? And you know what? If a lot of people ran, oh, maybe we got to stop giving those type of choices as presidents, right? Whoever's really picking the president for you. Who makes these decisions? Oh, we're going to vote on a bunch of dummies. And there's going to be 9 dummies, and that's going to represent one side of dummies. And then we're going to have a whole bunch of other dummies on the other side. But now we're just down to taking the last 2 dummies. We don't even have to get other dummies to contest against the 2 we got now, because why? We have dummies. And we got good enough dummies to please the audience.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna write your name in, and I want everybody else listening to that to write Sam Aiello for president.
Everybody should write their own name in. They should all write their own name in, or they should register and not show up. But if you vote for dummies,
we got to vote
for the third party.
Some of these people listening might not be at the same level we're at. So
no, it's okay. You can vote for the third party. But it's like a vote for nothing. It's okay. But just don't vote for the 2 dummies that are going to be on TV for the next 3-4 months or whatever it is. Or I don't even know when it's going to be. It's going to be soon. So anyway, don't vote for them. Don't even show up for their names, because that's the 2 that they're giving you to choose from. Like, why wouldn't we? If we have a populace of, I don't know, I'm just going to guesstimate because I don't know, 40 million people in this country, it's probably a lot more. And I'm going to look really dumb, right? So I don't care. But anyway, so we got 40 million people that vote, let's pretend. And maybe there's 80 million. Maybe it's not. I think there's 90 million voted for one president last year. I don't remember. So anyway, if you have, what was I telling you? If you have all these people voting for something.
We're talking about the lesser of 2 evils, sir.
Yeah, if you're having all these people voting for these 2 idiot people, then the people voting are idiots too. And then whoever rigs this show, the entertainment for us, it's bad entertainment, and we keep watching it, and we feel so terrible to watch it. It's almost painful for me to watch people talk about Trump or Biden or Kamala or anybody, because all they're doing is reaching outside of themselves, saying, something's going to make me feel better someday. I'm going to vote. I get the right to vote. You didn't vote. Oh, you don't get to talk about politics. I said, oh, thank God. Thank God I don't have to talk about politics with you. And I'm going to be mad because you like the other guy. Oh, let's be mad at each other. And you know what the bad thing is? That's like the total, it's set up to make us fail as human beings, because then we don't even love ourselves. We don't love the energy that's next to us. And really, and I don't know much about it, we're supposedly spirits, right? This is us in these bodies. So we're spirits. And then we have either positive or negative. I don't know how it all works, but you have to take it somewhere.
I would say that every loving spirit is positive. Yeah. And we all have that sense of interconnectedness. So if we're all interconnected and we have spirits or people who are still stuck in the 3-dimensional world, not even realizing yet that all they are is spirit and all they are is energy, then that is just bringing down the collective. And that's why as a collective, together we have to take this stand and share positivity and love to the world.
You can't take one side or the other when you're all a part of the same pool of energy.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make sense. So this is where negativity comes from. The fact that one person would even think to like go against another person over something that they have no control over and never even came up with themselves. So they're going to argue about being this, I'm this and that. You're this, I'm that. Oh, I have a star. You have my belly. You don't have a star in your belly. You're different. And then draw the line.
The
Well,
reality,
so
the reality of it is when you feel good, I feel good. When you feel bad, I feel bad.
Yeah. So why are we even going to try and make each other feel bad? Why use negative energy at all? We only want to use positive because we're all a part of the same energy. So if I do make you feel bad in the long run, I pay for it.
Make you feel
I have
bad.
negativity storing up because of it.
Right.
So everybody's got to look at themselves and go, oh, that's me. I'm that same energy as that person. I have to respect them. They have as much energy and value as I do. And you could say that about the squirrel. It has the same energy value. It might not be as smart as you, but it definitely has.
I like the squirrel. The squirrel
it has its own little soul.
Smart.
It has its own little soul.
Yeah.
And then but we have our own little souls. So it's the same.
I heard through the grapevine that you're able to, I got some special things going on with me, but I heard you're able to manipulate flies. Is this true?
Oh, yeah, man. What I realize is you can manipulate time. And you can also not manipulate, but you send your energy.
How about connect to?
Yeah, you kind of connect to it because we're all from the same pool of energy.
Yeah.
So if you're from the same pool of energy, all you got to do is tickle the other side with your mind, with your thoughts, with your ideas, but you have to be super positive. If you're not super positive within yourself, you never can ever think about it. You'll do it randomly on mistake. You'll just get somebody to do something because you really want them to do it. So then you'll force it without realizing it, but you can manipulate that at will. If you're just be positive enough, obviously, then you can't manipulate it for anything bad because nothing will work. Unless you want to be bad and they want to be bad, then everything's okay. If you're at that same level with them, you can convince them to do more negative things that they've already done in their lives. But if you want to convince people,
want to be at the same level with bad? I don't get that.
What's that?
Why would anyone want to be on the same level with bad?
Well, because there's obviously a pool of evil people of evil or negative energy within our pool of energy. Because there has to be good and bad, I guess, or negative and positive.
Duality in the world.
I didn't make it. I just know that there's other rules, sort of like, what we realize as rules in our 3D world here, where we know that gravity, blah, 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 whatever, all the stuff they taught us is real. We know what we have to eat, we have biology and all these things. And that's real. But, this stuff that we can't see is real too. And the reason why I would say that it has to be is because who are we to judge it? We're in our consciousness right now. We're so smart in our consciousness, but we're a spirit. So we're not really, this is not reality to us. This is like a dream to the spirit. So we're living a dream. So we should act like we're having a good time living the dream. Yeah, being positive every moment. And then you will be able to manipulate or to force something to feel better in your own body, maybe, or maybe in somebody else's body. Or maybe you're going to just say, hey, I want you to call me, man. I want you to hear me. Do you feel me? And you think of that person. And I guarantee you they're feeling it, or they're going to call, or you're going to get a text or something. But you have to be really positive.
Yeah.
You have to hope that they're really positive too, because they're not going to want to reach out to you if you're too positive and they're not feeling positive.
Maybe some other time you come back on the show and we can talk about matching energies and twin flame, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be an interesting conversation.
Yeah, that's really hard to match energies because then you really have to be solid within yourself. You have to know 100% that you're so not perfect, but damn close. Yeah, you want to have a high energy.
You know what? I think it's okay. It's okay to give yourself those props that you're getting close to perfect, right? That's okay. That's positive. That's positive encouragement.
You're just trying to be positive, so you can't make any mistakes.
Positive encouragement. That's what it is.
You can't make any mistakes if you're trying to be positive.
Yeah.
There is no mistake in positivity.
No.
A mistake is a negative word.
Yep.
Anything that is a negative word, just start realizing that's all negativity. Anything associated with that word means that I don't need any part of it.
Yep.
Because if I disown it, I'm only owning positive things. I see all the people now talking their stuff in it. Oh, ugh, I just feel
Ugh.
so
Yeah.
negative. I'm like, wow, can they even feel better about anything?
Oh boy.
Oh, but they're feeling really good at that moment, talking about their commiserating. Misery loves company. Hey,
Right.
don't you feel? I feel real great about this negative crap we're talking about.
Right.
Yeah,
And
let's make fun of that person.
You feel that. Did you ever walk? So I'm empathic, and I can walk in a room, and if somebody's feeling a certain way, if they're feeling negative, I mean that shit will just try and absorb into me. So I really have to put up a barrier for things like that. Do you get feelings like that? Because I'm really enjoying your story, but I want to learn more about you.
So for me, I just now especially it's easier, but I would avoid negativity. That's why I was
Yeah.
kind of upset when they said, "Oh, we can't have flags that represent us anymore," because like a lot of bad people hold flags up, so then you know who they are up front. You don't even have to try and figure it out.
Right.
But now they have us stuck trying to figure out who's the bad ones and who's the good ones, because everybody kind of smiles at you. It doesn't
Yeah.
mean that they really mean it. So for me, I think that's really the most important thing, is that I want to build up that positivity as
Yeah.
much as possible so that I can then relate to other people that are positive. I mean, I was able to just heal my back just by thinking about it, by
Yeah.
being positive,
I've
just to
done
heal it
that.
for the moment, just to live that moment and know that it's not going to hurt. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Because every time you get out of the chair and you're old, you start to feel it in your back sometimes. Oh, I sat too long, my back hurts. I
I
got my
can't I
arms
can't
folded.
can't say that I know what you're feeling because I'm anti-aging.
Yeah.
But
Well,
that's
that's
another
another thing too.
that's another podcast. I'll share that with
You
you
can do a
sometime.
lot of good things for yourself by getting healthy. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really something.
It's
Mhm.
a, it's a great feeling. I mean, when I started this journey, good gosh, I think it was like 2010 possibly, and it's been all about the journey. I don't care if there is a destination, because during the journey I'm positive and love, and that's all there is. And so that makes the journey that much more enjoyable, and that much more, I don't know. It's so full, such a full thing that I don't even know what empty feels like anymore. It's
Right.
great.
And you don't need to have expectations of what might be, because you're living now.
Right.
It's not
Right.
about tomorrow. Is it going to be better? Or is all the crap? Oh, I hope tomorrow's better. I better have faith. No, it's not about any of that. You're just feeling good all the time, so
Yeah.
that when it comes up tomorrow, you're feeling good. And it's always good to put all those good thoughts in your head just before you go to sleep.
Sure. Sure. That
Don't be
makes sense.
confusing with your own brain before you go to sleep, because what's going to happen is your subconscious is going to eat it up. Whatever you say, it's going to eat it up, and it's going to try and figure everything out. So if you're real coherent on what you want in life in a positive way, the next day you're going to get a great idea, or you're going to get a great feeling of something. So make sure before you go to bed that you really digest some really good words about yourself and about your goals in life, or what you want out of life. And as corny as that sounds to people, and that's what your topic was, you want to, what does it mean to you, right? The positivity word. Well,
Yeah. Oh, we got off topic. We got way off topic.
when I was younger, and we'll just hit it fast, is that for me, I said, what? I'm already in this world, man. I'm pretty knowing everything already about the way the world works. Whether it's negative or not, I don't know, because I'm just duped. But when
Yeah.
people would say positive, positive, I'd go, oh God, another freak. Another freak. This is like a dangerous word, positivity. Don't talk. I'm a Catholic. Don't talk positivity. We know we're good.
God fearing. God
Yeah.
fearing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all of that stuff, but
That
that's all
negative.
taking
God
faith.
fearing.
And
Negative connotations.
yeah, they make you feel like you have to just be somebody else that you're not. And if you look inside, you would say, if I made up a religion, or if I was God, this is the way I'd want it. If you had to run the world tomorrow, it's all on you. Most people aren't going to be this evil type that says, well, I'm going to have all the money. That's what you say when you're a kid and you start to realize, you can have all the money and I'll be rich. But when you're a real person thinking about it, you say, oh, I would want it to be without all this worrying about if I make it on time. And I would say, oh, I don't want to have to worry if I have enough money ever, because those are things that make me feel like I'm in a prison, time and money. So then if I could get rid of that, well, I would relieve a lot of people's problems. So I'd be in charge of that, and I'd say, oh, look, have the rest of the world of the evilness that everybody's complaining about, the top 1% or the 10% or whatever the hell it is. They say, oh, what do they have? Nothing. because we don't give them anything anymore. We have positivity. We live off of that. Everything else just goes away. The money isn't there anymore. So if everybody gets positive, about 80 million of us or so, it'd be really easy to say, hey, government, this is the way it runs now. Hey, guys that are in charge, King of England, Pope, everybody, we're in charge now. This is it. We're not using force. We're using positivity to banish you guys for making us suffer for so long. Because I was afraid of the word positivity because you guys made it where I needed faith. And I just had to wait and accept the law the way it was. And that's the way it is. Pay your taxes. I don't have money to pay everything for the rest of my life because I have to still pay taxes. Oh, yeah, you still have to pay the taxes. Why? Who gave us that right? The government? Thank you, government. The first people that came over here were like, hey, we're getting away from a government that makes us have taxes and that doesn't let us have our individuality. We don't have our freedoms to be ourselves. So we're going to run away and start our government here. And then all of a sudden, we're just like England again, taxing our people and coming up with reasons of, you have to believe in the reasons or you're a bad American. You have to believe in the reasons you're a bad Christian or a bad anything. So
hey,
yeah,
you know what? Quite honestly, we don't know the truth of that story either. I was never like an American history buff. Some of it I believe, some of it I think may have been fabricated. Who knows?
Yeah, I would say that a lot of it is just built because we all know, even in English class, they teach you in English 101 in college, they say, oh, by the way, everybody writes their own history books. So all the people that have invented stuff here, there's Russians that have said they've invented it already before Edison, before Bell. So, who do you believe? Who cares? You got these inventions. Let's just use them. Does it always have to be a matter of competition? Competition just says that you want to be better than somebody. So if you want to be better than somebody, great for you. You win. Woo! Now what? You're living with yourself. Are you so happy? Can you really live with that type of positivity? It's like a brief little moment of fake positivity. So you say, oh man, I was the winner. I'm the best. I'm this. And then what do you still got to live with yourself. You still got to breathe the same air everybody else. You can bleed when you cut, you break your leg, you're still broken. So who are you? You're the best of what? The best of the weak little human beings. I'm the best one. Who cares? We're all one spirit.
Right.
When it comes down to it, we're one energy, bunch of spirits, sorry. But we're all one energy. So we all share this bad negativity, or we can share all the positivity. But for me, until you guys all decide what you want to do, I'm going to be positive about my life because I get to walk around with a smile every moment. I don't ever have to feel like, gosh, man, despair. I hate my life anymore. I've gone through it. I've done it. And I realized that I only had to be positive. And it was impossible to be positive because I hated the word. So now you figure it out. That's what the word means, being positive, having happiness, having trust, having honesty. If you surround your people by positive people, you get love. If you surround yourself with those same type of people that you're going to become, you're never going to be dishonest. You're never going to have anger anymore. There's no reason. So, wow, your life is going to be what they would say, like utopian, right? Because now you got people around you that are the exact same way. My son said, you can't live in a utopia. There's no such thing. I said, well, if everybody wants
Not yet.
I said, if everybody wants it to be that way, it is. And what is nirvana then? What is heaven? Isn't that the utopia?
Not just a really good band.
So that's what I'm saying. They have some good stuff.
It's been great having you here on the show, Sam. I got to tell you, I know you're a renowned motivational speaker. You've really motivated me this evening, and I'm sure a lot of many other people, have been affected by your words as well. I'd love to have you back on the show sometime. What do you think?
Well, I would. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah. I still got to figure out the guy's name behind me, but I don't know.
I was watching him and I was wondering, like, is he with you? Is he part of your posse, or is he just kind of picked him up along the way?
He probably won't even be here next time. I think I'll land somewhere and I'll just go and hang out on the beach. Who knows?
Yeah. So I'm sure some of the girls out there are wondering, is there a Mrs. Aiello?
Yeah. There's a Mrs. Aiello, but she's somebody else's. There's another guy with Aiello that has a wife. Yeah.
Oh gosh, that's hilarious. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you, and look forward to the next time we can get together.
Oh man, it's so fun. I like to talk about positivity anyway. It comes
Yeah.
with so much of life and nobody knows about it because they're so busy being negative. They have
Well,
no clue what's happening to themselves.
hey, we were talking about before the positivity bucket. Can you tell everybody where and when are you going to be?
Yeah, I'm not positive. It's in its fledgling stage. I just came up with the whole idea today.
Yeah, and yeah, I
But
heard you
it's
got
gonna happen like tomorrow.
I heard you got a really beautiful partner that you're working with.
Yeah, I know people.
Yeah, I know people. All right. Hold on.